Good morning and welcome back for another tree cutting video. We got a birch and a beech. Now the beech is leaning back pretty hard, so that's going to be pretty easy to throw in that direction into the woods. Before I do that, I'm going to want to take a couple of other trees behind it, so this way when I fall it falls and hits the ground and it doesn't get hung up, which is exactly what I'm trying to avoid with these other trees, that oak and birch that are leaning towards the house. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna start off taking out some of these smaller trees up here. If I get enough of that done, then I will cut this beech down and drop that into the woods. I'm gonna go grab my chainsaw and my camera stand, set up the camera out here, and just start cutting some of this stuff out. Have this leaning beech tree. I want to bring it down this direction. I have a really funky shaped, it goes up, over, and then up. And then that beech tree I want to cut over here. It goes up, but it goes way up there. And I don't want it to get caught on this. And it's hard to see in the camera that actually could happen, but unfortunately, it looks like a really good possibility. So I think I might end up having to just cut that tree, as much as I didn't want to. Odds are that tree's eventually gonna die before it gets a whole lot bigger anyway. So I'll just cut it, and it'll help prevent issues with the other tree getting hung up on it. So I think I'm gonna take that and one other little tree, and then we'll be able to take the bigger one down. Show you this tree up close. So it goes up, over, gets to here, goes over, then it goes up that way, then it takes a turn that way again. And so it takes several turns, which doesn't look like much on camera, but when you're trying to look up at it and figure out which way it's gonna fall, you get all the foliage up here, and it's curved hard this way. You know, you're looking down at the stump. It curves this way, it curves hard that way, so it looks like, hey, it's gonna fall that way. and then it goes this way, and it's got all the foliage up there. So you kind of have to think, where's all the weight and leverage of this tree, and which way is it going to take it? And in either case, it's going to take it straight that way. At some point, some way it's going downhill. Whether it wants to go this way or this way, it's going downhill. So I'm going to notch it in the front over here, and then back cut it here. It'll go in this direction somewhere in here. All right, I'm gonna get set up. We'll get this funky tree cut down, and let's see what it's gonna do. And you can see the hinge was pretty thick, but I don't know if you can see that. There's carpenter ants inside this tree, and there's a hole that goes up into this tree right there. It started to split as I cut it, so I think this thing is rotten, or starting to rot right up into the middle. So this tree was going to die and fall at some point, so I can't feel too bad. But certainly not a tree I'll be milling, that's for sure. But this will definitely be good firewood, and plenty of it with this tree here. So now that I've opened the sky up in here, I could probably go ahead and take that beech tree there now, because it's going to fall right in the direction where I'm standing. There's a little bit of foliage on this tree that it's going to brush as it comes down, but I don't think that's going to impede the speed of the tree coming down, because it's got a pretty good lean in this direction, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that one down in here. Less talking, more cutting. I'm going to get this tree here down on the ground, and we'll see what we have for time. Yeah, the top of that tree is going to land pretty close to where we're standing, so I'm actually going to bring the camera back just a tad bit here. Well, that landed perfectly. Loving it. Exactly where I wanted it to go. So here, now you can see why I wanted to take that other funky shaped tree down. There's the stump to it's right there, and the foliage was right all up in here, and I didn't want this tree to get hung up on it. So it's all about planning. Keep yourself out of trouble. As you can imagine, these two trees here are going to take a bit of work to get all the limbs cut off and all the brush cleaned up. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now, or I'm going to get some of it done now, some of it done probably later, because I got a firewood delivery to make this morning. I'm going to kind of keep recording these videos and showing you the process as I clear the trees to make my way behind the house and open all this up. And I really appreciate you guys all watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell notification so you get notified of future videos. I'll be doing a lot more of these. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Let me know what you like about it in the comment section below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or any advice, I'd love to talk to you about that in the comment section as well. And as always, Stay safe, stay healthy, stay cool. Take care. We'll see you on the next video.